Portland Pilots off to its best start in 26 years in WCC play. Back at home in the Rose City in the Child Center, hosting the LMU Lions, a hungry team looking to bounce back from a 5-game losing streak. Thrilled to have you along with us here in Portland. I'm Chris Clayton with Jennifer Mountain. Well, Portland, 3 wins in a row. The Pilots are feeling good, Jen, but a big story and heartbreaking Thursday in the win over Pepperdine. The point guard, Haley Andrews, confirmed tearing her ACL. She'll be out for the season. How do they bounce back?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, anytime you lose a player of that magnitude, you got to make adjustments. But I'll tell you, this team has made a statement in the last 3 games. I really feel, you know, the fact that she was out at the beginning of the season, the transition has been a little bit different than somebody just getting hurt. But multiple people have stepped up, and that's exactly what they're going to need is, you know, work by committee and make sure they do a great job individually and collectively as a group. Yeah,
Portland played the first 7 games this year without Andrews and still look like a fantastic team. Well, LMU is a little bit banged up as well, but one of their healthy players that they'll need today is Nicole Rodriguez, one of the top outside shooters in the West Coast Conference.
Yeah, averaging just under 9 a game, but like you said, a tremendous shooter, a competitor, someone who continues to improve and demonstrate her leadership ability, getting better every single day. And the thing about it, she's only started playing basketball in high school. She was a baseball player, believe it or not. She can be extremely dangerous from the perimeter. The Pilots will need to locate her early in transition.
Yeah, she had a big game Thursday in a competitive loss to Gonzaga, knocking down 4 threes. Well, you mentioned in transition. That's one of your keys today for this game, and LMU head coach Erica Hughes.
Absolutely. Number one thing is rebounding, though. They've got to rebound the basketball on both ends of the floor. They want to get back in transition, make sure that they do not give this Pilot team a chance to go and get easy buckets, and then being physical and getting to the free throw line offensively will be a huge key.
And a big story in this game for UP, and it's history. Alex Fowler on the brink of history, 10 points to become the career leader for Division I points.
A tremendous effort, obviously, from her all season long in her career, but, you know, she's 10 points away from Martha Sheldon's career leader, and, I mean, she can score in all areas of the floor. She can shoot the 3. She's got 11 threes in the last few games. She can pound you down low. She's versatile, and she's just had so much success because she's strong and she can do so many different things, scoring at all different levels.
She's also, I should say, already the school's all-time leader in rebounds, so might as well add points to the list as well.
Why not?
Well, for LMU, this is a very physical team. Portland's going to have to handle that here in this matchup.
Well, I think that might be the biggest thing of tonight is the physicality. Number one, how it's called and how physical they're going to let it be down low. They need to continue to share the ball offensively. They've got multiple people shooting well from the perimeter, and then defensively, smart communication, and then rebounding will be huge.
Portland and Loyola Marymount University, a WCC clash. Coming up, we'll get you set for the starters, and then we tip it off. LMU and UP on the WCC Network. Close to tip-off here in the Child Center. LMU and the University of Portland women's basketball here on the WCC Network. Thrilled to have you along with us. Chris Clayton and Jennifer Mountain with you. A little bit different in the starting lineup today for LMU. You see on the left side there, the big lack of name. It's Ari Johnson, their star guard, all conference. She's not healthy enough to play in this game with a mild concussion.
Yeah, we thought there might be a chance tonight, but just, you know, being safe. Obviously, with concussion protocols these days, it takes a little bit of time, and certainly smart.
Yeah, head coach Erica Hughes for LMU, in her 2nd year at the helm. Talked to her this week, and she said game time decision today, but no Johnson. They'll have to have a team effort to try and lift her up. Of course, Portland without their point guard Haley Andrews tore her ACL on Thursday. 3 off the mark there from Maisie Burnham.
Well, right out of the gate, you can see the physicality of LMU, and nice job by Fowler with the steal there in the open court.
And the pass over the left side, missed layup by Shearer. Fight for the rebound, Shearer's got her own miss. Burnham was trying to whip it back down to Fowler, taken away by LMU. Rodriguez will reset it up top, and that's what Erica Hughes wanted to see. She said, we got to make this a half-court game, make UP defend.
Yeah, ball touches, side-top-side movement, make the defense shift would be a huge key. And again, Portland's going to come with pressure the entire game. There's another turnover with Fowler with a steal.
Fowler again, 2-on-1 for the Pilot. She's got a teammate trailing. Fowler not able to hit. She had Mikkel Meek racing from behind. For a moment, Burnham had the ball, but stolen back again by LMU. That was Destiny Samuel that made the play.
Yeah. Back-to-back turnovers by both squads to start this game.
A little bit sloppy and almost another steal. Burnham playing the passing lane. Flashing inside. Alexis Mark from the left block. Can't finish. And the rebound down to Portland.
Kaitua did a nice job of just kind of walling up, and then with the defensive board.
Kaitua dishes off to Shearer.
Well, Shearer, number 3 in the conference in three-point field goal percentage. You can see him backing off right there.
Kaitua can't hit the 3. She's only hit 2 of them this year, but had a lot of space, let it fly, couldn't get it to go. So we're still scoreless 2 minutes into the first quarter.
You know, that's a scout issue right there by LMU, knowing that that's just not in her repertoire, giving up that shot. Nice take to the rim.
Destiny Samuel, in her 4th school, a 5th-year senior, transferring from Temple to Binghamton to South Alabama, now to LMU, and head coach Erica Hughes so complimentary of Samuel embracing her role this season.
Well, Coach Hughes in her 2nd season just doing a great job of on and off the court, being a great role model, trying to build this the right way. It's a process. You know, everybody, you know, you bring somebody in and think it's going to switch like that, and she's doing a great job with this group. Made a great run in the WCC tournament last year.
Yeah, they had impressive wins last season, back-to-back, before losing to BYU in the WCC semifinals.
Well, everybody in February is hoping that you're getting, there's another steal right there, healthy and able to make that run in that tournament, and that's exactly what they did last year.
On the right wing, here's a 3 ball, got it to go. Maisie Burnham finally gets Portland on the board 3 minutes into the quarter.
Well, you'd like to see her get going. She's struggled a little bit from the perimeter as of late, but definitely has that shot in her repertoire and just did a nice job of knocking it down.
Now in the corner, the quick jump shot in and out of the hands of Kari Clark. Fight for the rebound, the ball goes back to Portland.
Clark with obvious size advantage over Mikkel Meek down low. Meek trying to just block her out, but Clark did a nice job of going to get it. Just unfortunate it went out of bounds. Not a lot of flow by either team offensively so far in this game. A lot of deflections, a lot of touches, a lot of turnovers.
Over in the corner, Kaitu. Now back to Shearer, and she's forced into a travel. Alexis Mark was in the area defensively.
3 quick ones for Portland.
It's a Portland team, like you said, with 3 turnovers. A team that normally takes care of the ball pretty well, about 14 per game, middle of the road in WCC and conference play. It's an LMU team that 2-8 this year in the West Coast Conference, coming off a loss Thursday to Gonzaga, but a game that LMU was really competitive in. Another turnover. Mikkel Meek has it for the Pilots, and she finishes with the left hand.
Again, the pressure of Portland, whether it's in the full court or half court, every time you touch the ball, you got to know somebody's coming, and so far Portland doing a nice job of turning them over. 5 turnovers in the quarter thus far.
And not an ideal start for LMU. Another team not terrible with turnovers. They average about 17 a game. This is 8th in the WCC. There's a foul called against Portland. Our first foul of the game, more than 4 minutes into it as well. Bit of a sloppy start for both squads. Sub in for Portland. Keely Frawley subs in for Kaitu.
In the game for LMU.
And Noelle Yancey subs into the game for the Lions as well.
In for the Pilots, number 2, Keely Crowley, and number 32, Kelsey Lindsay.
Clark on the left wing. Now trying to throw it inside, knocked away, and Emma Shearer has the steal. Over to Lindsay.
Good hands by Shearer on the defensive end. She's so versatile. Had the high-low right off the bat, missed it.
Fowler working hard on a post up inside. Got a couple bodies on her though. They can't get her the ball. Lindsay whips it to Burnham. Driving kick, open shot for Frawley, and she knocks down the three. 2 triples already for the Pilots.
Well, you can see they're kind of playing the inside-outside gamble. We're trying to double-team Fowler, make somebody else beat you. Frawley doing a nice job from the perimeter, knocking down that three with an 8-2 lead.
Portland's been shooting the ball so well in the new year. In the month of January, 44% from 3, and they make about 11 per game.
Yeah, and it's the quality of shots that they've been getting. You know, I think more in rhythm and out of the offense, not forcing the issue. And there's a block by Fowler.
Fowler sends back Kari Clark, or Alexis Mark, who made a nice move inside, and a foul deep in the backcourt. Portland, a little bit of a sluggish start, but into the media timeout. The Pilots feeling good. They've got an 8-2 lead. 2 made threes. One of those coming from the left wing. An open shot for Frawley, knocks it down. Back in Portland, Pilots fourth-year head coach Mike Meek, fresh off career win number 300 on Thursday against Pepperdine, counting his wins at Portland and at George Fox University. He said Thursday he didn't even know. The Pepperdine coach actually said, "Hey, congrats." He said, "For what?"
Yeah, not a guy that's really worried about numbers for himself, obviously. His 80th win at University of Portland. Just doing a terrific job of turning this program around, the culture and the success that they've had, and obviously just a great basketball mind. And there's another turnover for the Pilots, their 4th of the game. And you speak of turnovers, LMU's turnovers have led to all of Portland's 8 points thus far.
Yeah, you probably have a good idea of how the huddle went for LMU with head coach Erica Hughes. If they don't turn it over, it's anybody's game. 6 turnovers so far for LMU, and they've subbed in Sequoia Almond, sophomore guard, maybe trying to shore up the ball handling and decision-making a little bit. Yancey barking out instructions. We mentioned earlier Hughes wanted a half-court game from her team offensively. Got to take care of the ball, though. Yancey slashing late in the shot clock. Corner contested 3 from Almond off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Oliver on the floor. She's got it. And a second chance for the LMU offense.
Good hustle play by Oliver.
Transfer from USC, where actually as a freshman, she led the Pac-12 in offensive rebounding. Almond spinning to her right. Well defended, blocked back by MJ Bruno, but a travel call on her.
Well, fans wanted a little bit of a push there on that board, but Bruno, great job of just, again, nice block, good timing, and she's one that really defensively helps this club a bunch.
Well, good to see her out on the floor. She took a bad elbow to the head on Thursday. Weren't sure how she would bounce back, but she's playing. Just a couple days later, travel on the inside, another Lions turnover.
Well, obviously, you're turning the ball over the way LMU is right now. You don't get chances to score offensively. You obviously find yourself in a little bit of a drought. But be fortunate, only down 6.
Yeah.
But the fact that Portland just hasn't gotten into a rhythm whatsoever offensively.
And you prefer a dead ball turnover like that than some of the steals that Portland's been able to come up with earlier in the quarter.
Live ball turnovers will kill you.
Lindsay swings it right wing over to Frawley. Now back to Meek. She was dealing with a shin issue earlier this week. Healthy enough to play today after getting x-rays. Good move by Lindsay, thrown away. Pilots turn it over. It's Alexis Mark racing down the floor, poked away from behind. Great hustle play by Bruno.
Well, and the one player in the ballgame right now, Cochran, that we really haven't talked about is she's been out. Limited minutes the other night. She'll be limited tonight, out with the foot injury in the last, I don't think she's played since December 5th.
10 games in a row.
Leading, shot blocker in the country last year, and obviously changes their defensive look tremendously. Big shot rim protector.
Yeah, led the nation last year with almost 4 blocks per game. She closes out here on the jump shot that is off the mark by Almond, and a foul on the rebound is against the Pilots.
Oliver, great job of getting to the offensive boards right there.
It's kind of her specialty. Had a game her freshman year at USC with 16 rebounds.
Whew. That's a lot of rebounds.
It's an LMU team loaded with transfers. 7 Division I transfers on this LMU team. And head coach Erica Hughes feels like they're starting to bring it together as they get a shot from Gordon at the high post, and she knocks it down.
Nice little look right there, nice rhythm. That's the area of Portland's zone, their matchup, that sometimes is a little vulnerable. Did a nice job of getting a good look.
And Gordon can get hot. 6 games this year, she scored at least 14. Meek looking for the post up now. Almond's on her, throws it back out to Bruno. Shot clock down to 8. Off the jab step, Frawley to the rim for 2.
Nice little jab, like you said, by Frawley, and a great, strong finish. And this is a kid that, again, does all the little things that don't necessarily show up in a stat sheet, stepping up to score for them tonight with 4 points. 5 points, excuse me.
Yeah, 107 career games now for Frawley. And there's a shot that falls for Gordon, and a foul as well. Cassandra Gordon, and 1 for the Lions.
Gordon, strong, great in the mid-range.
Another really experienced player, 125th career game today for her.
Athletic.
Maybe she landed was in her landing space. 3 team fouls now on the Pilots. Add her to the list of transfers for LMU. She played a couple years at Georgetown.
Number 12, Alex Fowler, and number 23, Liana Kaixu.
So
Well,
scoring.
nowadays with the portal, you just never know what's going to happen. But Hughes trying to build this program. The portal's a great way to go. A nice find, Fowler.
Dishes it back outside. Give and go with Shearer, who puts through the little 8-footer.
That's the one thing, too, about Fowler that people forget about is, she can score, she can rebound, but she is a great passer.
More than 300 career assists for Alex Fowler. Nice pass down low to Mark. She dishes off for Oliver, can't convert. Ball stays with LMU.
Good extra pass right there, just unfortunate with the miss.
Awarded to the Lions. In for LMU, number 11.
Destiny Samuel will sub in for Alexis Mark.
35, Alexis Mark.
Almonds looking for Oliver inside. Tight defense. Oliver whips it across. Good look. Rodriguez, she can shoot it. Can't get that one, and Shearer clears. Taken away from behind by Almonds.
Good heads-up play by Almonds.
LMU making plays now. 7 Portland turnovers.
Yeah, both teams just turning the basketball over.
Rodriguez, no look to Gordon. Quick pass to Oliver. Back to Rodriguez. Corner triple off the mark. Samuel has the board. Rodriguez dishes. 3-ball. Gordon can't hit. Hustle play come crashing over the chairs. That's Gordon, or rather Rodriguez. It'll be Pilots basketball. She took a hard fall. Unfortunately, nobody was in those chairs to stop her. She crashed into the kind of walkway area.
Kind of landed on her back, kind of funny. I think slow to get up right there. Fortunate she's good to go.
She's a player we highlighted. It crucial for the Lions without Ari Johnson today, their leading scorer. Need some of their others to step up. Hopefully Rodriguez is okay. Portland can hold for one shot. Here's Fowler. Kaitsu, nice move.
Good
Back
footwork.
Meek for 3. Long. Kaitsu, another rebound. 1 second. Shearer for 3. Off the mark. Well, a little sluggish, a little sloppy, but through 1 quarter of play, Portland has got the lead. 12-7 advantage for the Pilots over LMU. A combined 14 turnovers. Both coaches probably going to have similar messages, trying to bounce back in the second quarter. Back in the second after this on the WCC Network. 12-7 Pilots through 1 quarter of play. Erica Hughes, the second-year head coach for Loyola Marymount. Special connection between these two head coaches, Jen. It's not often you see this. Erica actually played at Southridge High School in Portland for Portland head coach Mike Meek. Those two still have a very close relationship, and they both had similar tones with this matchup. They said, I just hate coaching against them.
Well, you know, she's like, I wouldn't be where I am right now without his coaching and just how much she's learned from him. You know, his coaching mind, how to prepare. It's a family atmosphere, and certainly doing a nice job with this LMU squad.
It's a defensive rebound for Burnham off the Rodriguez miss. It's a star player in Erica Hughes at Southridge High School. They lost just 5 games in 3 years while Hughes played there. The 2006 state champions in Oregon. Go on to be a star at USC as well, where Hughes was the team captain. Now she's just at 35 years old, a head coach.
Well, named one of the WBCA's coaches in under 30 at one point, and obviously doing a great job of taking over this program.
There's a foul inside. That's Burnham's jumper on the shot. I believe she will get free throws here. She will.
Yeah, nice cut from the weak side wing spot by Burnham into that mid-range area, which is her bread and butter. Got herself to the free throw line.
At the free throw line for the Pilots, Macy Burnham.
Burnham with 3 points already in this game. She knocked down a 3 earlier. And Burnham's been playing really well the last 3. She cans the first free throw, averaging 15 a game, shooting 42% from downtown. So starting to find more and more consistency in her second year with the Pilots.
Well, she's one of those players that really, I would say halfway through the season last year, you know, learning a new system, coming from Eastern Washington as Big Sky Freshman of the Year. And just her role has changed. She's more of a dynamic scorer for them now. She defends. And it's just been that additional score that, you know, this Pilot team has really needed.
And they'll need her even more as LMU will have the baseline inbounds here. Haley Andrews, the senior point guard, out for the season with a torn ACL. As we saw the first 7 games this year with her outs, we're gonna need a lot of the others to step up. Aspen Adams for 3, she can't hit. Fight for the rebound, Alexis Mark called for over the back to the chagrin of the LMU bench.
Alexis Mark, her first 13th foul.
Yeah, not too many people happy about that on the bench there.
Mark, a heck of an athlete. All Mountain West Conference defensive team as a freshman at Boise State before transferring to LMU. Very versatile. She's defending on the perimeter now.
And you see LMU mixing it up here. They've gone to their zone. She talked about mixing it up and kind of keeping Portland on their toes, and right there's another turnover.
And it's working. This defensive strategy has forced 10 Portland turnovers already.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of this group. I mean, we've talked about the fact they've done a much better job of taking care of the basketball, and right now just very sloppy on the offensive end. Decision-making just not up to par.
Still a 6-point lead, thanks largely to the fact that they're locking LMU down right now, still stuck at 7 points, shooting 18% from the field. That's really been the bugaboo this year for the Lions. His offense only averaging 54 points per game in conference play, and an offensive foul. Charge taken by Alex Fowler.
LMU fouls on number 35, Alexis Mark, her second.
Well, remember, she's 10 points away from the career scoring record. Not very aggressive offensively, only taking 1 shot, but still active on defense.
Well, the other night she only had 2 points in the first quarter and then went off for 15 in the second. So we'll see if she can get herself involved here a little bit more offensively. Credit LMU taking her away from maybe opportunities that she normally would get defensively.
Shearer goes down low to Cochran. Over to Fowler, couple dribbles, double teamed, almost triple teamed, throws it back out to Lindsay. And a travel against the Pilots.
Well, Fowler is used to getting double teamed, triple teamed at some point during the game, and again, did a nice job. You can hear her telling her teammates to cut to the open spot. A little bit late on that cut, it was Shearer, and a quick turnover again for the Pilots.
Well, Portland with 11 turnovers, LMU with 8, so neither team very comfortable right now offensively.
Yeah, just not a lot of offensive flow by either squad.
Down to Oliver. Been dominant on the glass today. Inside, she's fouled. And on Portland, it's just their first foul.
I think they got Fowler kind of with the knee.
So Rodriguez to inbounds. Clock running out and a steal for the Pilots. Shearer, Frawley up the court down to Lindsay. Drops it off for Shearer for the lay-in.
Well, smart touch pass right there on the catch or the steal. And an easy bucket. Again, live ball turnover into transition buckets. Easy points for Portland. LMU's just got to, well, both teams need to take care of the ball a little bit better.
Sloppy but effective for Portland, an 8-point lead. Trying to build some offense. Defense getting it done today, though. Nice start to the game for Keely Frawley, leading the team for Portland with 5 points. Former All-WCC freshman team selection. And more of a role player throughout her career, but a team player and stepping up today offensively.
I'll tell you, she does all the little things that don't necessarily show up on a stat sheet. I mean, defensively, she is putting pressure in all spots. She rebounds. And again, another turnover. We have 21 turnovers between the two teams in 13 minutes. Both teams just really struggling to take care of the basketball and make the easy play right now. LMU in their zone.
For LMU to be on the road with 10 turnovers, shooting 18%.
And only down 8.
Right, still in this game. There's a 3, now they're down 11 as Shear knocks it down for the Pilots.
Amy Shear just doing a tremendous job in conference, almost 44% from the three-point line, third in the conference from the three-point line.
Rodriguez misses. Yeah, in conference play, she's nearly 50% this year. Almost an over and back. Down low, deep post up Fowler. Triple teamed off to Shearer, and a foul called on Rodriguez.
Well, again, there's the double team on Fowler, and Shearer doing a great job of cutting to the rim from that opposite spot. Good entry pass, and you're going to see the double team come here in just a second, and a great little shovel pass to Shearer, cutting from the top of the key.
You can just see the experience that Fowler has, as you mentioned earlier, dealing with double and triple teams. She's seen it a lot throughout her career.
Every game.
The first free throw just off the mark for Shearer, a 67% free throw shooter.
I mean, credit LMU so far. I mean, literally, for Fowler's had 1 attempt at the in the field.
Maybe we see her pull out the outside shot. She's been a lot more comfortable with that as of late. She's made 11 threes the last 6 games after making just 3 the first 15 games. But for now, she's trying to post up and getting triple teamed. LMU able to beat the press. Adams over to Rodriguez. Drive, dish, Oliver, blocked. Jump ball. The rejection by Lucy Cochran.
And there's the rim protection that she provides for this Pilot squad. I think everybody in the gym is going to raise a fit if they called a foul on that, but jump ball goes back to Portland.
Well, she's not at her mark of 4 blocks per game from last year, but still up over 2 blocks a game when she's been healthy. As Fowler's fouled inside, and Portland's in the bonus already. So they'll have free throws the rest of the quarter, as does LMU.
The thing about having Cochran in the game is that maybe not necessarily a block shot every time, but she alters, people getting to the paint. She deters people from getting to the paint and just changes them with that size.
A huge presence for this Pilots team. And head coach Mike Meek he mentioned, he pointed to the fact that she actually runs the floor really well too. She can do it all for this Portland squad.
Well, she's got nice range, 15 feet. At times she's taken a 3 here and there, but I mean, good range to 15, 18 feet. You see Portland picking up the heat a little bit, got a little disruption there, and again, another turnover by LMU, their 12th of the game.
Quick pass, trying to get it to Fowler, knocked away by Adams. Loose ball, and LMU gets it right back. Allman on the right side. She'll have to reset as Loyola Marymount slows it down. They have not scored yet in this second quarter after only scoring 7 in the first. Offense has been a nightmare so far. It's 17%, and Rodriguez, one of their best scorers, can't hit either. She's now 0 for 6.
Yeah, decent look right there.
Fowler, nice pass. Lindsay for 3. Yes! We talked to head coach Mike Meek this week, and he said nobody would argue she isn't our best shooter. Just hasn't necessarily shown it in the game yet. 30% this year from 3.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the season with Andrews out, she was primarily in that point guard spot, and she is a natural 2-guard, shooting guard. Now that she's in her natural position, getting different opportunities to shoot the 3, it becomes a little different. Sheer great anticipation.
And she's tripped from behind. Incidental contact there on Yancey. And Portland continuing with the tenacious defense. A shutout quarter so far for the Pilots. Mike Meek's squad leading the second quarter 12-0 as we head to the media timeout. Well, it hasn't been pretty, but Portland getting steals, gutting out points. They've hit 4 threes, and the Pilots are really in great position right now.
Yeah, I mean, credit their defense, obviously holding somebody scoreless at this point in the quarter and limiting them to 16% from the field. And again, it's pressure. You're not comfortable offensively, and somebody's going to be flying at you. And right now, LMU's struggling from the field and struggling with decision making.
Yeah, LMU with 0 for 6 from the field and 6 turnovers in the second quarter. If you have as many turnovers as shot attempts, it's probably not a great winning formula if you're LMU.
Pilots number 22, MJ Bruno for Emmy Shearer.
So Portland subs in MJ Bruno. LMU just able to beat the press, double teamed, and a foul called against the Pilots.
Well, LMU very fortunate right there. I thought that was going to go the other way, but got tipped.
Well, if you're LMU, how do you get the offense on track here?
Well, I think you need to slow the tempo. You got to slow this down a little bit and just make it a half-court game like Hughes was talking about with us the other day. But their decision-making right now against this pressure has really not been great. There's a nice move right there to the rim, just unfortunate on the miss.
Kari Clark, a gimme at the rim, not able to finish. It's been that type of day so far for LMU. Normally shots they're able to knock down.
I mean, that's a good look right there when you got 2 feet in the paint.
Catch and shoot, Lindsay 3, off the mark. And the offensive rebound for Bruno. Now she wants it on a post up. Shot clock down to 4. Lindsay another take. She's got it. They're looking for her, and it's paying off.
Well, great hustle play, second chance point by getting an offensive board right there. Up 22.
She had a big game Thursday, tying a career high with 3 made threes in the win over Pepperdine, continuing that confidence, hitting 2 threes in this game so far.
Well, and that's exactly what this Pilot squad's going to need is, people, again, stepping up in different roles. And, maybe it's 4 to 6 points here off the bench from different people to make up for that Andrews injury.
Ball's tapped out of bounds by Portland. LMU will keep possession. Couple subs coming in. Maya Oliver and Alexis Mark. That brings us to a timeout. Incredible quarter for Portland. The Pilots leading by 22, but most amazingly, 17-0 quarter for Portland. 3:02 to go. Let's see if they can keep the shutout going here on the WCC Network. Tightening the laces for their continuing tenacious defense. Portland with a shutout of a second quarter. LMU has not scored 7 minutes into this second. Pilots trying to build on their 3-game winning streak, clearly locked in here in the Chiles Center. Chris Clayton and Jennifer Mountain here with you. Foul called. And it's the 4th foul now on Portland, so this is the best bet for LMU. Now, the rest of this quarter, they will be in the bonus.
Yeah, and I thought that possession, just even right out of that timeout, a little bit better flow. Looking to get Gordon involved again offensively.
Give and go Rodriguez, trying to get off the snide, still not able to hit the shot. Frawley with the rebounds.
Again, another quality look, just knocking down the shot. And there's a turnover for Portland. Might have been blocked from behind a little bit with Kaitu.
13 turnovers apiece for these two teams. Kari Clark, the fadeaway, somehow rolls off. Oliver, another rebound. She can't finish. Man, they're fighting and they're playing hard. They just can't get a shot to go right now. Meek on the right wing. Back up top, Kaitu. Frawley wants three, playing with confidence. She's hit 3 triples now.
Well, Keely Frawley all over the place defensively and then making 3 threes on the night so far.
Portland with a massive 32-7 lead. These teams played on December 29 at LMU, and it was a competitive game, 70-61 final. This game, Portland led at the half by 14, but nothing like this. Another LMU turnover. Meek up top. Skipping into the corner down to Burnham. Able to stay in bounds. Portland's now 80 seconds away from a shutout, second quarter.
I actually don't know if I've ever seen that.
Got to be some kind of history. Kaitu misses the 3. See if LMU can get on the board here. Again,
they're playing really hard. They're
Yeah.
getting good looks. They're just not falling for them. But credit the fact that they're staying with it. They're scrappy. They're gritty.
Played so well against Gonzaga Thursday.
Yep.
One of the top 20 teams in the country, and LMU was down by just 5 in the fourth quarter of that game. Drive inside, the fadeaway. Gordon's got it. LMU's first points of the second come from Cassandra Gordon, who leads all scorers for LMU with 7 points.
Yeah, she's done a nice job for them. Got to get her more touches.
Frawley again, short that time. Shear's got the board. Yeah, to your point, Cassandra Gordon 3 for 4 from the field. And the other line to hit a shot, Destiny Samuel. Shearer inside, well contested, trying to put back her own miss. Another rebound by Shearer. Down to 5 seconds. Meek kicks, Frawley. Shearer, 3-ball. Off the mark. And a dominant second quarter comes to an end. They hold LMU in single digits, 32-9. It's incredible. You don't see that very often.
No, I mean, just credit their defense. I mean, the pressure that they're putting on LMU is creating turnovers. They're getting disruptions. They're getting runouts, easy looks at the other end, and then good offensive flow and shooting well from the three-point line. 6 of 14 right now as a team, 43%. That's pretty darn good.
Well, it's a Pilots team that prides itself on defense, and they are proud today. Dominant, 32-9 at the half of the WCC Network.
This is Maria. Maria banks with CCCU. She has a first-time homebuyer savings account and a dog named Dave. She plays pickup soccer. She's about to get a mortgage and loves listening to music. She's just the kind of member that can take advantage of everything CCCU has to offer.
And I just like what credit unions stand for.
From customer to customized. Bank locally, live simply. With CCCU.
What is our way? Our way is unrelenting, imposing as the mountaintops to our east, strong as the ocean to our west. Our way is forward, challenged by past achievement, expecting future success. Our way is committed, devoted, passionate. Our way fuels us to be different, to be inspired, to have faith in each other. What is our way? Our way is West.
Some people might call it a job. I call it a mission, helping people get back on their way. When you're a roadside technician for AAA, every day is different. We're always ready to be there for you when your call comes in. I love seeing that smile on a member's face when you get them rolling again. It makes you feel good. At the end of the day, it's all about helping people. That's what keeps me going.
Even when I was little, just growing up, I knew I wanted to play in college.
I've kind of always just wanted to go here, so I'd come out to the games and like sit in the stands and see them, and like I genuinely believed that I could be one of them.
Being on the court felt like nothing else mattered. I just thought it was fun.
I've always been not the most athletic, not the tallest, not the skinniest.
I know what it's like to feel like you can't do it, but you really can.
I play to prove others wrong.
I find purpose in making the people who supported me proud.
Trust that all the hard work you've put in is going to pay off. Go out there and try to prove each and every person wrong that's ever doubted you.
Running a race is one of the most physically and mentally challenging things, but crossing that finish line, that feeling just can't be matched.
Competing feels like I'm on top of the world.
All it takes is one conversation.
I'm just proud of their team performance.
All it takes is one opportunity to be successful.
Pick 10, they're in the championship round. Like, what can you tell me? I mean, what a celebration to have.
Being in the stands as a little girl and now being on the court, being able to represent myself and the game and University of Portland.
I used to see myself as just a basketball player. Now I see myself as a role model.
Here's to the next gen.
in Portland. You're seeing that score right. 32-9. The Pilots leading LMU on the WCC network. Happy to have you with us. Chris Clayton and Jennifer Mountain with you from the Chiles Center. Well, for Portland, it's a great to have a big lead like this, Jen, but probably not even their sharpest or best basketball that first half.
No, I mean, they had 13 turnovers in that half. They averaged 14 for a game, and you're right. I mean, I mean, Alex Fowler right now on the stat sheet has 2 points, only shot the ball one time. Credit LMU for taking her out of what they normally do, double teaming her and so forth. But really, it was a game of turnovers in that first half, 27 combined turnovers, and LMU shooting 16% from the field. Credit Portland's defense.
Yeah, for LMU, only up from where they are now. I mean, I'm not trying to be facetious, but just a brutal nightmare half. Their season low, 41 points against Washington State. They're on pace to beat that. How do they bounce back? What do you think was the message from head coach Erica Hughes at halftime?
Well, I think, number one, you got to stay and compete. Number one, you got another 20 minutes. And it's get good touches offensively, get side-top-side movement. She talked about how she wanted this to be more of a half-court game. They turned the ball over way too much, so I'm sure that was a big part of the discussion. And they had decent looks at times. They just didn't knock it down. People have to step up with confidence. I mean, right now, this is a situation where you've got to compete. That's the bottom line, is everybody's got to step up and continue to compete.
And there's a lot of shots in the paint that LMU got. They normally make, weren't able to get it to go, and it just kind of snowballed from there. You see a lot of these highlights, Portland making threes. The Pilots continuing their hot shooting, 6 threes in the first half, 43% clip. In non-conference, sorry, Jen, I was going to say, the Pilots shot 28% from three. This is a different team in the new year.
Well, I really think that, you know, they've gotten away from some things that, especially that they did in the press situations. But you look again, you know, field goal percentage, LMU 16% from the field, haven't made a three-point shot at this point. And the turnovers at the bottom there for both teams, just a little bit sloppy on both sides.
8 assists on 10 made shots for Portland. That's something to be proud of there. Unselfish start to this game for the Pilots. And remember, coming in, we talked about the importance of transition defense. It's hard to play defense in transition when you have so many opportunities for your opponent.
Well, and you look at those other stats. They got 17 points off of LMU's turnovers. Their bench did a nice job of coming in with 14 points, and that's going to be a huge factor again with Andrews being out with an injury, people stepping up and making, you know, a contribution offensively.
So Alex Fowler coming into this game for Portland needing 10 points to break the all-time career scoring record at the Division I level for the University of Portland. As you mentioned, only 2 points in that first half on 1 shot attempt. So we'll see if she can get aggressive here in the second half and get the record done at home, because Portland's got the next 3 games on the road. Samuel for 3 off the mark. Fight for the board. Tracked down, and a miss by Kari Clark. And another rebound for LMU. We saw that in the first half, too. They're playing so hard, just not finishing around the rim.
Yeah, just maybe a little too quick at times going to score. But, I mean, credit their ability to get to the offensive board, make something happen. And they have some athleticism that can really hurt you. If you're Portland, you've got to do a better job of putting a body on these guys early and boxing out.
It's now 8 offensive rebounds for LMU in this game. Deep post up inside, going to her left, not able to finish. That's a miss once again by Clark.
I mean, that's a big, strong move right there, just not able to finish at the rim.
Clark has scored more than 20 points in her game in her career. Capable scorer, not able to score yet today. In and out on the 3 by Mikkel Meek.
Well, a good look, and again, entry pass into Fowler. She finds somebody on the perimeter right off the bat. I actually think she had single coverage and could have gone to the rim on that one.
Meek shooting 44% from 3 the last 5 games. Another LMU miss and a foul on the rebound. This will go against Portland.
That's a good call, actually. Kind of used her hip and pushed her out. I mean, it's a 50-50 ball, but I can see where they saw that.
So 2 fouls in the Pilots now in this third quarter. Cole Rodriguez, one of the team's leading scorers, 0 of 7 from the field in that first half. Had some good looks. Just can't find the touch yet. Cassandra Gordon, number 2 in blue, is the one who's leading the way in scoring this game so far, 7 points. Clark misses, can't get her own miss, but Gordon has it. Quick pass, and the layup off the mark, but a foul called on Alexis Mark's layup attempt.
Well, again, credit LMU for competing, getting to the offensive glass.
Number 24, Maisie Burnham, her first 13th foul.
It's a testament to character of this team and head coach Erica Hughes. They are playing effort-wise like it's, not to be a cliche, but like it's 0-0. I mean, they're playing their tail off right now.
And that's exactly what they need to do. And, you know, Portland's style of play, the style of defense makes it very hard for opponents coming in, and especially when you only have one day in between, you know, Thursday, Saturday games, one day to prepare. It can be very difficult to assimilate this kind of pressure that you're going to see, and obviously with the turnovers, been an issue.
LMU gets 2 at the stripe there from Clark. It's a Lions team in a 5-game losing streak, but talk with Erica Hughes this week. She feels like they're turning a corner. They're starting to come together. Love to get Ari Johnson back from injury as soon as possible. Corner triple off the mark by Frawley. Hit 2 of them in the first half. And Portland will keep possession of the baseline. In the corner, Burnham's got a good look for 3, no. And Mark skies for the rebounds.
Great rebound.
First rebound of this game by Mark. Been active inside though. All over the court, deflections, forcing loose balls. Here's Gordon, again had that hot first half with 7 points. Tracked down by Clark. Trying to throw down to Mark, and deflected by Portland. LMU keeps possession.
Short shot clock. They got 8 seconds on the clock here.
To the balance, number 30, Lucy Cochran, replacing Maisie Burnham.
Quickly get it in. Deep post, blocked away. Samuels swatted by Fowler. Fight for the loose ball. LMU comes up with it, but a shot clock violation. An elite defensive possession there by Portland.
Yeah, and bodies flying all over the place. Again, the physicality of this game. LMU really, really going hard to the boards, making it very difficult to put a clean body on somebody on a blockout situation.
Fowler with 2 blocks in this game now. She only has 2 points, but she's stuffing the stat sheet in a couple different areas. Now with 3 steals and a couple of assists. She's trying to get to work offensively, physical defense, and draws the foul.
Number 11, Destiny Samuel.
Well, the last thing you want out of this game is somebody get injured.
Yeah.
Returning for the Lions, number 13, Amaya.
But a lot of body contact on that penetration, and
it's a Portland team that's dealing with some injuries. Obviously, they lost their point guard, Haley Andrews, but this week, Mikkel Meek was shaken up. MJ Bruno shaken up, so not at 100% right now. And like you said, with a 20-point lead, you don't want that to compound. Shearer's got the board. Can't finish. Gordon clears the rebounds.
I will say out of halftime, both teams taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a nightmare first half with a combined 27 turnovers between the 2 teams. Only 1 combined so far here in the 3rd quarter. Drive inside, and a well-defended play by Lucy Cochran. It was Clark sweeping across, and Cochran at 6'6", just had her hands straight in the air. Fowler deep post up. No whistle. Fowler can't finish.
Kind of tough to finish when you got somebody kind of hanging at your ankles there.
Wide open shot mid-range. Clark can't finish. Fowler's got the board. Cross to Shearer. Looking to drop it back to Frawley, but well defended. Well, for what it's worth, Portland, that first half of their defense was record-breaking. Tied the school record for fewest points allowed in a game, set in 1997 when they hosted Cal State Northridge.
Well, so far, really low scoring 3rd quarter. 2 points in this quarter so far.
And by the way, that Cal State Northridge record was against Division I opponents, as there's a foul and a loose ball. Portland held Warner Pacific University to 7.5 points back in 1990. Warner would go on to score just 19 points that game. I'm sure LMU will clear 19 here in this game.
Portland fouls number 2, Keely Frawley.
The foul is against Portland's Keely Frawley. 4 new subs set to check in for LMU, 3 for UP.
We got a line change going on right now.
We've seen this a lot from LMU today and this season. Trying to keep their players fresh out there. Sequoia Allman, Noel Yancey, Aspen Adams, and Ava Toon all subbing in for the Lions. Yancey bounces to Allman's. Quick feed down to Toon. Toon blocked away by Cochran.
She's got 2 blocks in this quarter. Again, playing limited minutes tonight.
The shot clock's at 7. LMU of a baseline inbounds. And she makes it look easy with those blocks too. She doesn't foul, she just keeps it simple. Hands straight in the air.
You'll see her just great timing again. She's got tremendous timing.
They drove at her again and can't finish. Fight for the rebound. Allman has it, can't convert. And the board for Bruno. Frawley, back for Bruno. Tried to get it to Cochran, but well defended by Ava Toon, the sophomore.
She saw the right read, just that ball's got to go to the wing spot and make that pass inside. Bad angle.
The on-ball defense by Bruno, all over Yancey. He's swinging around to Allman. Quick 3, well contested, but it's good. Sequoia Allman, her 6th made 3 of the season.
And first of the game for LMU, 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, and let's see if that gets them going a little bit.
In the previous possession, they tried driving at Cochran inside. That didn't work out for them. Outside, and it pays off. Meek. Back outside to Burnham. She drives, and Burnham banks it in. Back to a 20-point lead for Portland.
Well, great read by Burnham there. Have to respect the 3, obviously. She hit one earlier. And another turnover by LMU.
So for LMU, that is turnover number 3 this half. Into the media timeout. Still a little sloppy, but hey, Portland's feeling good. They got a 20-point lead on the WCC network. Mike Meek of the Pilots, 34 to 14 lead over LMU. But it has not been a pretty quarter for Portland. Jen, the Pilots have only scored 2 points here in this third so far.
Yeah, and you look at...
got 2 more there with Bruno.
Yeah, nice job there. But you look at the board situation. I mean, it is 23-24 right now, and at halftime, LMU only had 6 offensive boards. Right now, they have 6 in the quarter.
Wow.
For 12 total. So you can see right now their emphasis is getting to the rim, and if they don't get it, chase and make sure they get some second opportunities on the glass.
Tenacious effort from LMU. Struggling from the field. Almond hit a 3 just a few minutes ago. Just couldn't convert off glass that time.
Again, another great little take right there. Just not finishing.
Post-up layups. A lot of shots they normally make. Rolling off today for LMU. Burnham surveys. Back to Meek. A half-court style game, a pace that LMU would prefer. Meek, pull up. Can't hit. Oliver clears. Kind of a odd game, a little lethargic, a little sloppy. Even from Portland's perspective, it's not often that you have a 20-point lead and you're probably not that happy about how you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, right now combined 9 points in the quarter.
Sure, whatever happens here, Mike Meek's gonna have a lot of thoughts to his team this week on how they played today. Almond's 3 off the mark. Oliver collided with someone, maybe her own teammate. No whistle. Bodies on the floor. Now there's a whistle, a tie-up. Ball goes back to Portland. Oliver's kind of leading the charge, that rebounding surge for LMU. Oliver has pulled down 7 boards in this game, 3 in the offensive glass.
Yeah. Done a really nice job on the boards. Just not able to convert like a putback situation or second chance points.
Meek lobs inside. Burnham goes back out to Cochran. Now Meek slashing, and Mikkel Meek scores. Looking healthy on that drive.
Great little ball fake, and then able to finish. A lot of times she'll make that kick to the perimeter, and did a nice job of taking it herself.
She had x-rays this week, had some issues with her shin. Gonna have a bigger role as she had early in the season with the absence of the point guard Haley Andrews. Aspen Adams, a good 3-point shooter, short. Oliver, what an effort, but it's right to Burnham for UP. Burnham drops it off. Emily Sewell hits the follow-away. The sophomore with a rare bucket for her.
Well, you talk about Mikkel Meek. I mean, I would say in the last 5 to 6 weeks, just a different player, solid, not making mistakes. She's running the show. Even when Andrews was in the lineup, just being really solid and doing a great job for this club. And obviously played the point guard spot her whole career. So doing a great job of leading this group and hitting open threes, and that's what you got to do.
Allman, nice job. Series of moves getting to the rim for the lay-in.
Well, and that ended almost a 3-minute drought for LMU.
Burnham trying to answer, can't hit the 3. There's a new 5 set to sub in for LMU with the next stoppage. Yancey for Oliver, and a blocking foul against Portland. Maya Oliver will have a chance at the free throw line now.
Well, fans didn't like that one, but that was a good call.
So for LMU, 3 of 3 at the stripe today. Chance for some more.
Well, number 1, she's in the restricted circle, so that doesn't help, and just absolutely on her side moving. So that's an easy call for the officials.
And regardless of this game, moving forward for LMU, head coach Erica Hughes, she wants to see them get to the free throw line more. This is an excellent free throw shooting team. In conference play, they're second in the WCC, 79%, and they haven't missed one yet in this game. The magic number has been 13. When they make 13 free throws, they're 5-0. Under that mark, they're 0-16.
In the lineup for the pilots, number 5, Emmy Shearer.
So, maybe just a little bit of a coincidence. But the point is, they want to try and get some easy points at the stripe. It hasn't happened quite enough today. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Portland's only scored 8 in this third, actually being outscored by LMU 9-8. Shearer, she had a nice game today. 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals. Fowler slashing, scoring with the right hand. So Fowler, with her first made field goal this game, she only has 4. Closing seconds, Portland nearly forced a turnover. Gordon, right side, and the jump shot falls for Kari Clark. So LMU getting things going offensively. They outscore the Pilots by 1 in that third quarter. But UP's feeling good. They've got a 42-20 lead through 3 quarters of play. Portland looking for their 4th consecutive win. Big lead at home here in the Chiles Center. Portland leading LMU 42-20 as we enter the 4th quarter. Chris Clayton and Jennifer Mountain here with you from the Chiles Center. LMU was able to score 11 points in that third quarter, outscoring their production the entire first half, in which they had just 9 points. And Nicole Rodriguez, one of their leading scorers in the season, makes her first bucket of the game after missing her first 7 shots.
Well, LMU with a little 1-2-1-1.
Nice
easy
pass.
bucket there for Shear in transition off the press.
So Shear having a nice game. 12 points for her, 9 boards and 4 steals. Emmy Shearer filling up the stat sheet. Portland doubling up Loyola Marymount. The Pilots with a win here, 8-2, the last 10 matchups between these two teams. And Nicole Rodriguez now making back-to-back field goals. Shearer gets through the trap, up to Burnham. Bounces down to Fowler. Deep positioning, can't finish. Shearer fighting for the rebound, but she's on the baseline.
LMU basketball.
Well, great job by Fowler of running and getting inside position. Kind of got caught too far underneath the basket for that opportunity to score.
It's a double-double now for Shearer.
Kari Clark. In for the Pilots, number 30.
12 points and 10 boards for her. Yeah, with Fowler, only 4 points. Her season low, 6 points. That was against number 3 Stanford. We thought for sure she was going to break the all-time scoring record today. She only needed 10, but going to need to get things going here in the 4th. Otherwise, she'll break it on the road. Adams missed the 3. Got her own rebounds.
Well, again, just hasn't had a lot of opportunities to score. LMU's done a nice job of double teaming.
Yeah, they got some tough interior players. Kari Clark, Alexis Mark, Maya Oliver. Done a nice job defending her. Rodriguez fouled and able to convert. Nicole Rodriguez getting things going. She's made 3 shots in a row now.
Well, LMU in a much better flow offensively. Little handoff, weave situation going on the half-court set situation. Rodriguez obviously getting herself going here in this 4th quarter with 6 points.
Head coach Erica Hughes Said Rodriguez has been a pillar for our program the last 3 years. Averaging 9 points a game this year, playing her best basketball as of late. 14 on Thursday at Gonzaga. Cochran to Fowler. A little big-to-big action for the layup.
Well, I'll tell you, when they're in the game together, just so dynamic. Again, high-low situations. They both can play on the perimeter a little bit. Very hard to match up with.
Cochran averaging more than 2 assists per game this year. It's in limited minutes as she's trying to come back healthy. Returned Thursday after missing 10 games in a row. Rodriguez. Heat check, miss, and a jump ball. Ball goes back to Portland. So certainly seeing life from LMU, but maybe too little too late. 7.5 to go. LMU bench wanted a turnover there on a carry, no call, and the layup for Portland's Maisie Burnham.
Well, that's the risk that you take a little bit by putting this pressure on, is if you get beaten rotations, you're going to give up easy looks.
Rodriguez drops it off for Gordon. 7 first-half points. Only taken 1 shot here in the second. Skips in the corner to Rodriguez. Trying to get by Fowler. Fall away. Burnham has the board. Foul called. LMU thought they had a steal. Second foul of the quarter on the Lions.
Burnham with her 8th rebound of the game.
Into the Lions, number 21, Noelle Yancey.
Yeah, Burnham starting to rack up the boards as well. Portland with a +3 advantage on the glass so far against an LMU team that has been worst in the conference this year, with about a -9 rebound margin on average. Maya Oliver collects the loose ball, another Portland turnover.
Coach Meek not happy with that pass right there. He wanted him to run something all the way through. A little too quick.
16 Pilots turnovers, not their sharpest game. Mark, nice move. Can't convert, but draws the foul on Cochran. That's some courage there, going right at Lucy Cochran.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness right there. She didn't shy away from that at all and did a nice job again of getting themselves to the line.
Clark sticking with it. 1 of 10 from the field in this game, but wreaking havoc in this game with their defensive pressure. She averages more than a steal per game.
Nice little up and under. Goes right at her on the penetration.
And the rebound for Burnham. So Burnham up to...
That is her 8th. I was off one.
So now she's at 8. 2 away from getting into double-double territory. Fowler inside, she scores. So now Alex Fowler is up to 8 points. She can get a made shot. That'll be the all-time record breaker. She's 1 point shy of Martha Sheldon's all-time record for career points at the Division I level in a Portland uniform.
Oh, nice up and under.
Beautifully done. Clark scores.
Got Cochran up in the air and just did a terrific job of finishing.
So Rodriguez and Kari Clark stepping things up offensively in this 4th quarter. Already 9 points in the 4th for LMU. This is how many they scored the entire first half. Fowler fouled. I think the official called it on the floor.
Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds underneath the basket for Portland.
Again, next bucket is history for Alex Fowler. Into Burnham. And a miss. Clark with the tough rebounds.
Almost a travel there on that.
So this is, again, an LMU team that struggled on offense in conference play, but usually not to this level. Averaging 54 a game in the WCC. Beautiful pass. Allman down to Clark. It's more of what we're used to. A lot of versatile pieces, slashing and scoring inside.
Yeah, way better flow offensively.
Meek for 3. In, out, and back in again for Mikkel Meek. And Mike Meek, her father, will take a timeout with 4:48 to go here in the fourth. Pilots, a 22-point lead. Maybe not their sharpest game, but a win's a win in the West Coast Conference. Portland leading LMU 53-31. Well, a little bit of a sluggish, sloppy game, Jen, but I mean, for Portland, losing their starting point guard, heartbreaking emotionally for this team Thursday. Haley Andrews tearing her ACL, but they've come out in this game tenacious. You know, we can pick at their turnovers or Portland's execution, but they're holding LMU to 24% from the field. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, I mean, this is their staple, is they put a lot of pressure on people. And anytime you're holding somebody to 31 points, you're going to be in great shape. And LMU did a better job so far in this quarter of responding, getting quality looks, shooting 62% in this quarter alone.
And a good look for there from the corner, but Toon couldn't get it to go.
There it is. Oh, the duo right there.
Dish off to Cochran, she can't finish. Again, Fowler needs one more shot to break the all-time career scoring record. It's only a matter of time, you'd think, before Mike Meek pulls the starters. We'll see if he's got her record in mind, wants her to break it, or if he even knows about it. He knows about it. We talked to him about it, but he knows how many she has. We'll see that affects the subs. They go down to Fowler, and she can't convert. She's made that a million times in her career. Rodriguez. Drive and kick Yancey.
Yeah, she's had a little bit of an off night offensively. Just kind of a weird game altogether, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's kind of had an odd feel to it. Nobody can find a rhythm. Cochran with a block. Third rejection for Lucy Cochran. Allman rips it away and dishes to Clark for two.
LMU pulling the press off. I actually think that's smart because they just were giving up easy looks in transition. Little backdoor option, wasn't there.
Clark's got the steal. Corey Clark into the easy lay-in. That's just, you got to give so much credit to LMU. We've seen that throughout. This big deficit, playing their tail off.
Yeah, they have not stopped competing. Good touch right there.
Cochran, they're trying to get it to her. Fowler inside. Fouled, and she cannot convert. She'll have to try and break the record from the free throw line.
LMU fouls at number 1, Nicole Rodriguez, her second.
So close.
13th foul this quarter.
A mere inches away on multiple attempts.
In for LMU's number 13.
And she'll have time to think about it. A timeout here with under 3 to go. All Portland in the Chiles Center. A win here, the 10th win of the season at home in the Rose City. Alex Fowler, 1,953 career points. She is now tied with Martha Sheldon, the all-time mark in career points at the Division I level. And there's the record breaker.
There you go.
No one has scored more points at the Division I level in a Portland uniform than Alex Fowler.
In Division I Pilots history. Let's give a big round of applause for Alex.
And it was a hard-fought 10 points tonight, I will tell you that.
Getting a beautiful ovation from the Child Center. Probably a bit of relief as it took down to the final minutes of this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a tremendous honor. I mean, you look at some of the players that have come through here. Martha Sheldon played when I played back in the day. Very good player, and congratulations to Alex. She's got a ways to go, too. We got a whole month and a half left here.
1,954 career points for Alex Fowler. She's now first in career points, first in career rebounds as well. One of the all-time greats in Pilots history.
Number 4, Malika Samia. Number 21, Emily Sewell. Number 32, Kelsey Lynn.
Also 6, by the way, in West Coast Conference history. Another year of eligibility. We'll see what she does, but a chance to come back and build on it if she wants to. Meanwhile, Portland with a 20-point lead. Chance to get a wire-to-wire WCC victory. What a move by Clark. Can't convert.
Nice little step back.
It's great to see Fowler break it at home because the next 3 games for Portland are on the road. Obviously a special moment for her to be able to do it in front of the Pilots faithful in the Child Center.
Oh, for sure.
Malika Samia throws it away that time. Well, plenty to work on for both these teams, namely turnovers, a combined 37. Jump shot rolls out for Rodriguez. And Toon draws the foul inside.
Alex fouls on number 32, Kelsey Lindsay, her third. 13th foul.
Lindsay had big three-point shots in that first half.
Number 11, Emma
2 of 3 from the three-point line, and then it's been a little quiet.
Yeah, hasn't had any attempts from 3 this half. And she had an active 3 of 5 performance from downtown on Thursday.
At the line for the Lions.
Active in the first.
Number 22, Ava Toon.
Good to see Ava Toon see one drop through. A little bit of a shooting slump this season. Sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, part of the Japanese national team system. It's one of those LMU players that's been in just kind of a funk this year offensively. They've got talent and experience. LMU's just struggling to bring it all together. Ari Johnson shaken up. They're hoping she can be back soon. This Lions team a lot better than this performance today and than their record at 2-9 now in WCC play.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is just a program that's, you know, continuing to get better, and once they get healthy, that always helps. I mean, I feel like every team right now is fighting either illnesses or injuries, and it's that time of year, and, you know, getting yourself kind of back in the rotation and getting as healthy as possible going into February and end of February for that conference tournament in March.
Drive inside, Samia draws the foul, the bucket rolls off. You mentioned earlier LMU making a run in the WCC tournament. They beat Pepperdine and St. Mary's before losing to Portland in the quarterfinals. They're hoping they can play their best basketball in March once again this year. Well, if you're Mike Meek, what can you take from this game? It's kind of just an interesting, odd game. What do you think will be the message coming out of it?
Well, I think they'll talk defensively. They did some really good things, but offensively, I think it's choices, maybe going a little too quick, spreading the floor a little bit better. You know, this you're right, it's kind of a different game. Both teams turn the ball over a lot, and that's something that, you know, he's talked about as a group, and they've done a decent job out of it in the last month. So, just kind of an unusual game for both squads.
Portland's got a tough one. Thursday, they're playing at San Francisco, who's tied for 5th in the conference. 14-7 overall in the season. And they play at Santa Clara and then at Gonzaga. So these next 3 games are really important for Portland, hoping to be playing their best ball. Great test for a Pilots team that after this game will be 10-1 in WCC play, their best start since 1997 in the West Coast Conference. Corner three, Adams can't get it to go. Oliver gets the rebounds.
Sewell just a little bit late putting a body on somebody, just trying to jump with her, and Oliver doing a nice job of getting that offensive board.
Oliver has 8 boards in this game, half of those offensive rebounds. Active rebounder. Again, transferred from USC, where she was an excellent rebounder there with the Trojans. Didn't get as much playing time her second season, enters the portal, and has been a great rebounder for Erica Hughes and LMU.
Well, Erica Hughes was an assistant at USC for a few years and obviously had the relationship with her ahead of time.
Yeah, Hughes, a fantastic player at USC. Started her coaching career at New Mexico State in New Mexico, but last 4 years an assistant with the Trojans, getting this head coaching job at LMU. It was like the best is yet to come for LMU this season and moving forward for Hughes' tenure.
Yeah, she's a really good fit for the conference. I really have been impressed with just conversations that I've had with her. I think she's just going to continue to get better and better, and her squads are going to continue to get better and better.
Hughes said she's, as a coach, even herself, learned to be more patient as her team is making mistakes. Just got to stick with it. There's a layup. Chance Bucher inside. Daughter of NBA reporter Rick Bucher, making her 4th bucket of the season for the Pilots. Oliver spins. Nice move. Amaya Oliver can't finish though. Maddie Condren on the defense. And LMU will keep possession here.
Out of bounds, awarded to the Lions.
Quick shot by Gordon off the mark, and that'll do it. Portland wins 4th win in a row, and now a 10-1 start to WCC play. The only time they trailed was at 2-0. Pretty much wire-to-wire win there for UP.
Yeah, and a great defensive effort. You're holding somebody under 40 points. You're going to be on the good side of that one. And, they're going to go back and look at this film. We talked about kind of just not a lot of flow in this game, a lot of turnovers in the beginning. But number one, they're 10-1 going into next week. Big games coming up, and put themselves in a really good position, in that first and second slot going forward. So congratulations to them. And this LMU team's going to continue to get better and better and better and healthy once they get healthy.
Yeah, total team effort today for Portland. Their leading scorer only 12 points. It was Emmy Shearer. Alex Fowler with 10, 8 from Maisie Burnham and Keely Frawley. And we will be grateful to hear from Alex Fowler in just a moment on her record-breaking point performance. Only 10 points in this game, but 1,954 in her career. Not too shabby. You see some of the overall stats. Turnovers not pretty, a combined 37 between the two squads, but the most important column, points, 58-39 victory. Portland able to beat Loyola Marymount here on the WCC Network. All right, now we are joined by Alex Fowler, one of the all-time greats in Portland history. And Alex, congratulations on the record-breaking mark. What was that moment like for you, knocking the free throw down and getting the ovation?
It's a really great feeling. It's amazing for sure. Credit to my team, to the coaches, to everyone around me.
Kind of the monkey off your back. Now it's over with and you can move forward, right? I thought tonight's game was a little disjunct, I don't know, not a lot of flow. What did you get from this game, and what did LMU do early in the game to kind of take you out of your normal flow?
Yeah, we were just talking about that on the bench. I think we were all kind of a little exhausted, to be honest. It was a little scrappy at times. LMU did a really great job, especially in the first half, of just sinking in and kind of not letting me get the ball at all. And they did a really good job defensively in that first half for sure.
And for you, as we're going to look at your record-breaking free throw here on the WCC Network, Did you know that you were at 8 points down the stretch? It feels like you had a few shots and opportunities inside. Could you kind of feel the pressure of trying to convert that?
Yeah. I think I was overthinking it a little too much with those last few shots. Just rushed him, and Mike just kept saying, "Okay, we're gonna run a play. Just get Alex the last point. She just needs the last one. She'll get out." And I was just overthinking it a little too much.
Well, just to wrap things up, going back to Thursday, the heartbreaking injury to your teammate Haley Andrews tearing her ACL. You've played without her before. What was the conversation like for your team as you try to move forward from that?
It's really horrible without Haley. She's such a key player for us, and we've had to have players step up, and I think they've done a good job stepping up. But yeah, it's just a completely different vibe with the team without Haley there. She's always with us on the sideline. She's giving us guidance and telling us where to go on the court. But yeah, we've had other players step up that have needed to, and they've done a good job with that.
Well, we're happy to be here to witness this historic night and be a part of it. Congratulations on the win and the all-time record.
Thank you.
That's Alex Fowler, 1,954 career points, the new all-time Division I leader in Pilots history. Thanks for joining us here from the Child Center on the WCC Network. From our entire crew here at UP. For Jennifer Mountain, I'm Chris Clayton. Pilots win again, 4 in a row, 58-39 final over LMU.